Alrighty, I'm getting going here. So this is week number 2 of my daily creative challenge. Kind of to be honest, I was pretty sure an hour ago that I wasn't going to keep up with it this week, but I'm gonna try really hard to just to get into the habit. I might deviate just a little bit from the actual challenges this week. Um, and part of that reason is that they're focusing on Christmas stuff. And I just don't do Christmas stuff very well. So let's jump into today. Speaking of like stuff. Okay, so we are actually on challenge number 5, not challenge number 4. Let's change that to actually say the right thing. Yay, I template stuff really well. Okay, so challenge number 5 is design an e-commerce mobile app for buying holiday decor. Try using CC libraries to organize and import images. So the challenge today is to really just utilize libraries. And I gotta be honest, libraries are one of my favorite features. I enjoy creating them. I use them. I'm a freelance designer, so I have multiple projects on my belt at any one time for different clients, and they have different design systems and different styles and different assets and colors and images and logos. They all have these different requirements, and yes, I try to organize them locally, but I like to have them quickly in a way that I can pull between different apps. And I'm very much an Adobe designer. I use InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, XD, Acrobat daily. So having something that communicates across them is great. Bear in mind, XD libraries are not perfect. They don't do everything that I want, and I have had issues with them in the past. But you know what? Let's dig in. So let's go here. Open CC libraries. This panel is different in each of the apps, but you're gonna go. So as you can see, lots of projects, some of them older, some of them not being used. I kind of created a new one. Like I have one for the XD challenges as a whole, but I thought I'd create a new one just specifically for this one so that I can show you guys how to use them, talk about how I use them in my own personal workflow and stuff like that. So today I'm actually going to be jumping back and forth, and I've done this for the last few streams where I'm in XD, but I don't just work in XD. I work in Photoshop and Illustrator while I'm working in XD because I believe vector stuff should be done in a vector program. Image stuff should be done in an image program. Sometimes there's some color issues that are better detected. Sometimes I want to do a little funkier. So I'm not going to do buying holiday decor because I don't want people to buy holiday decor. But I do like authentic gifts. Like, give something that actually means. If you want to like sell decor, give something that you actually make. So I went on to Unsplash, found a bunch of images, which I will show you in a moment. But first, I'm gonna just, so part of my workflow, I like to have workspaces on my main monitor. It's a little different right now because I'm using my laptop to stream things. But I utilize like a 2-monitor system pretty consistently, and on one monitor I'll have different workspaces. So if I just zoom up, you can see that I have one set for Photoshop, one set for Illustrator, and one actually just some Safari stuff or Chrome or whatever I'm using for a web browser today. So what I kind of just went through, and I have no more credits on my Adobe Stock account, and I can't just buy a single image because Adobe Stock is the worst. However, I do have a few images that are effective, like that could work for background and stuff. So I'm actually just going to go and save some of these because these are really cute icons and images, and I kind of want to like have this feel in my designs today, this really sketchy, playful style. I think I'm going to go, the font I've been using, Noble, has that kind of hipster, authentic feel. So I'm going to stick with that and then just add in a very nice scripty font that's a little more rustic. So let's just go save to the library, save to the library, save to library. So if you'll notice, when it comes up, it'll actually tell me which library that's being saved to. That's actually the wrong library. So I'm just going to go hop over right now, go to XD Craft Project. And now I should save, these should save to the right library. Nope. Okay, that is a little annoying. They used to be a pop-up and they kind of just, I think it's just because I open them in different screens and not necessarily on one. So we'll just do this and one more. Actually, I don't want that one. I do want this one. It's very pretty. So let's just go save to library. And then, okay. So if I were actually looking and just kept going, those would change for the right library, but as that's not how I did it, it's a little weird. I wanted to do some prep work, which to save time, and then ended up taking more time. So I kind of just chose some rustic stuff. On top of that, I jumped over to Unsplash this morning, which is one of my favorite spots to get beautiful images. Just, you know what, for stuff that doesn't have a client paying for stock. It's a great place to get filler images. So let's take a look at the ones I get. And they don't actually go into the library as well as Adobe Stock does. So if I jump over to this button in Photoshop, I don't need to see my clients' folders. We'll go to Craft Projects. All right, now we have some images here. And we're just gonna create from image. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's graphic. Okay, we're just gonna end up putting these ones in. I'm not gonna close them off right yet. Okay, that is something else altogether, but I'm gonna come back to that file in a moment. Teasers. Okay. So they're all different. They're not consistent in any stretch of the imagination. Do I have all of them? Nope. They're just pretty stuff. So I basically, what I did was I made a list of the different craft areas. Pottery, woodworking, embroidery, crocheting, painting, or this is actually, shoot, I don't remember what this is called, but there's a special word for this type of painting. Wreath? I can't say wreath. Wreath? It's not a word that I feel comfortable speaking on my tongue. So let's just keep going. And these are some cute images. So they're, you know, soap making and little monkey. He's super cute. I'm going to call this knitting maybe. I don't know. But yeah, stuff. Holidays are just hard because it's a lot of stuff you don't want, you don't need, and sometimes it's just nice to make something for somebody. So I'd rather design something that's making something for somebody. Okay, so I have all of these images. So these are the images I'm going to pull later, including, I always like to work with some background images just for textures and stuff. I think this shiny texture is going to be good. I think this little squiggly artwork I can get to use nicely. And now I'm going to jump over to that one file that should be not like any of the others. All right. So what I also like about, that is the wrong eye. What is going on here? Something is going weird. What is with my eyedropper? Seriously, what is with my eyedropper today? I don't know what's going on here. That is definitely not what I want to do. Okay, well, I'm just gonna close Photoshop and see if that'll fix the weird issue that I suddenly, yeah. All right, let's go back over. There we go. Okay. All right. Now that I think it was just a weird glitch where it was stuck on something that wasn't the eyedropper and didn't want to be an eyedropper anymore. So I chose this really rustic color palette that I'm going to use for the app design. And now I'm just going to add some colors in. I'm not going to worry about being too close to real, just because these are Pantone colors, which are designed for print applications or physical color. And when you're designing for web and digital experiences, you're designing in RGB and hex and all of these fun things. So, but I do like these names. I like to name my colors. It's a crazy thing. I will still keep I'll still keep the RGB or the hex color associated with them, but I like to have an actual color named next to them and have all of the letters. All of the letters are important. Taffy. Oh, orange, like okay. So colors. Colors are really interesting, and there's a lot of stuff available about color theory, about who's attracted to what color, when to use what color. So designing with color in there's actually a color called Adobe. Interesting. Bamboo. And this hydro, which is really pretty. I love this bluish, grayish, like green color. Anything in this area of the spectrum, that's the color. And also, this is actually a little on the purple side for me, but they're also beautiful colors. So these are the colors I'm working with. I have this done, and let's hop back over to Adobe XD again, and I'm just gonna so it would be nice. I'm just saying it would be nice to be able to drag these colors in. It would be nice to not have to, like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not really that time consuming, and you do it once and it's done and you don't need to dig for it. But the point is, you do it once and it's done. So now I'm going to just add these really. Okay, this is annoying. The 2 clicks to get back into my artboard is a bit tedious and unnecessary in my opinion. Little things. Okay, if anyone from Adobe is actually watching this stream, yeah, these are tips for how not to annoy people who are crazy like me. Okay, so now that I have my colors, they're on the board, I can actually put them here. This is also one of the things that very, very much annoys me. Is going through here. If I put them here, they should automatically be here. This shouldn't be a thing. This is a time suck, and it's like turning off that gray border every single time. It is a massive time suck. Okay, so we have some images. I have some fonts. Let's add this one in here, but we're gonna make it a lot bigger. So let's go 36. And this is kind of just our typography header font. So I'm gonna make it into this blue color. I'm pretty sure this color is already here. Nope. Just a gray. It's a little cooler on the gray spectrum, a little more towards blue than a warmer gray. I like my grays to be a little cooler because, you know, I'm cool. I'm not cool. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm at with this. So this is going to be a mobile ad experience. I'm kind of doing that. So I started with a mobile frame very easily. I'm pretty sure this is based on, let's just say, A for artboard. I'm pretty sure, nope, it is the Pro size, which is 375 by 812. That's kind of your mock, and we're just gonna jump over to prototype really fast. Ooh, actually, we're gonna unlock you for a second, and then we're gonna jump over into prototype. And you're gonna fix position because I don't want this frame to move anywhere when I'm going. And now I'm gonna lock it again. Easy peasy. All right, so let's open up my libraries one more time. Again, little things that annoy me. If I had more flexibility in my panels, this floating panel wouldn't bother me as much as it does. Because right now, it just upsets me to no end that I can't lock this panel somewhere. That this panel is floating on its own in the middle of my document. And why are you not a thing? Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back to my assets because when I'm in prototype, I actually want to go below this and go back to design, add a frame here, and we're gonna add this image. Actually, you know what I would like? I think I would like to go back to this image, and I'm actually going to do the rotating in Photoshop. So let's just light mouse swipe, which is why I love these. And we're just going to image rotation. Let's go 90 degrees clockwise. Perfect. And you know what? I'm not quite enamored with this blank texture behind. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to change this image a bit. So these are lots of things. This is kind of where my process is a little Wild West because I can do a lot of things and I don't necessarily commit to what I'm doing at the start of a day or my stream. So we're just going to go new layer, Shift Apple N. Unfortunately, that panel is actually off to the side, which is annoying to me. We're just gonna, I have no idea why that is as small as it is. Oh, yes I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I have no idea what that was. This should not be this resolution. Yeah, resolution is actually, let's just zoom in here. Yeah, it's fine. It's not pixelated or anything. It's just very strange. Let's. Yeah, I have no idea why that's doing that. Okay. I'm going to ignore that. And I'm going to actually open up this. Okay, let's copy that. We're going to file, save as. I don't like that I couldn't just add these images in here and have them keep the names. It's a little on the annoying side. I'm not happy about that. Like I said, it's great for some things, not so great for others. This is not how I manage images at this point. I'm just going to head over to my live stream and we'll throw this into my assets as it's okay. All right. And then I'm going to paste this in. Okay, why can't you paste? Seriously? Huh. Okay, apparently you're just being weird today. That's fine. You know, I'm not loving that. I don't actually think that would do what I want it to. All right, I'm leaving it. This is fine. So let's just call this number 5 background. And then we'll add this graphic. Great. Okay. And yes, it would be nice if I could just load images into here. It would be nice if my typography can go between the different apps. So if I, oh, never mind. They did add the character style. And great. Okay. Apparently I can do that now. Never mind. Okay. At one point, you couldn't do character styles. So if I created character styles in, you know, say InDesign, I wasn't able to quickly transfer them over. Now I seem to be able to, or I may be able to. It's either here or there. Okay. Oh, close. Actually, yeah. All right, back to here. Just a little slow loading. Okay. I have zero patience. I'm just going to run into over to my folders on my other monitor, which is why you see me doing absolutely nothing here. And we're just going to never mind. I'm gonna wait. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I don't like that positioning. All right, after all of that, I really don't like this image. This image doesn't do it for me, so I'm just gonna get rid of you. Actually, I'm gonna drop you in instead. All right, indecision time. Okay. Okay. I like it. I don't like the red, so we're just gonna edit in Photoshop. I am going to just turn off contingent. I'm always flipping between the two of them. It's just habit. Let's just get more of this pink. Go a little further. And then I'm going to adjustments. That is not even close to correct. Okay, I'm just gonna all right. Actually, that's not what I want to do. That doesn't work. Okay, screw that. Okay, like I said, let's just all right. This is color overlay. Okay, that's not terrible. I just actually think what's going to happen is let's just up here get rid of, make sure the hands weren't selected, and then I'll just kind of just cover up and just redo the ribbon area. Just gonna no, I'm not liking how that's actually affecting the color. All right. Yeah, unfortunately. You know what? I think the best way to deal with this is actually just make it black and white. And then, there we go. Green filter. Okay, let's just save that. All right. Okay, there we go. Now I can probably add This is actually isn't going to be the color. Let's actually go a little more green here. Actually, I don't mind the rust. Okay, there we go. All right, we're just gonna add authentic gifts here in this white. Make it a little. You know what? Let's do linear gradient. We're gonna go from this black to this kind of creamy taupe. No, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Yeah, this is the hard part about making decisions, or my inability to actually make decisions. All right, let's leave it as that. Okay, if I had more time. If I had more time, I would probably change around what I'm doing. So you know what? I'm not happy with anything that I just designed. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump over to Illustrator for a bit. And I think I'm going to go with something like this instead. So I think I'll just, because I like this. This is kind of the color palette I was planning to go with anyway. And this one actually kind of has a present look to it already. So what I'm going to do is just steal this frame. And I am going to double check what my phone canvas size is over here. Actually, you know what? All right. Just gonna bring you to the back. Find a color that sits on top of here really nicely. Not quite. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with this instead. It's not terrible. Not quite. It's just. Okay, this is locked. I should be able to get underneath it. Why can't I select the thing underneath of it? Okay, I'm actually going to move that up there. We're just going to get rid of you for right now because you are in the way. And I don't want you to be in the way. So I'm actually going to come here. We're just going to do auto animate really quickly. Okay, so I think that's going to be nice. So let's just prototype, go over here. We're going to do a time transition. It's going to start after 0.1 second. Sorry, it's going to start after 0.2 seconds. And it's going to take 0.6 seconds to go through. Perfect. Okay. And I'm just going to quickly preview that. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, so let's actually go let's go 1 second so I have time to actually click into this. And then we're gonna go to the 0.6 and we're gonna go auto animate. That was the problem. All right, auto animate. Perfect. You know what, I'm gonna actually start with the text a little smaller and it's going to, let's go 40, let's go 12, okay. All right, let's preview that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do one more. And this is gonna be, let's go, let's jump back over to Illustrator for a second. Is anything here that I could use to create a button? Yes, yes, I can absolutely 100% use this to create a button. Or, you know what, this is actually probably more button-like. So let's just copy that. Create a new board. I think my width is about actually this is perfect, 360 by 90. And usually I would never, you know, stretch something like this completely out whack like this. And I'm not going to here because it looked terrible. And I know what let's go color-wise. So here's the thing, I'm jumping between different applications. I don't know what my color is. I can actually go and choose a color that I'm working on my palette. That's great. I'm gonna actually give this a copy, paste. I'm gonna just do a couple things there. That way it's solid. Again, back to my color palette. We'll go to this bright white and actually jump quickly back over to and select this and go. All right, so view. All right, and that isn't at all the font that I had chosen. Okay, let's go to book and make sure the color is here. Perfect. Okay, that's going to be one, and I'm actually just going to give this artboard a duplicate. What's going to happen? I'm going to actually grab a color here again. Let's go with this biscotti, darken it up a little bit. This is actually really pretty fun. I found it on Typekit. If you don't use Typekit with your Creative Cloud subscription, I am like questioning. No, it's seriously, use it. It's great. Some fonts are amazing, some fonts are so, but it's nice to have the option. And if you're like anything like me, and you know a lot of fonts, you use a lot of fonts, and line center, and just go center. Why are you two different centers? Oh, no, that's artboard. Okay, are you not centering on artboard? Okay, there we go. Okay, this is not the cute little button that I had envisioned. I think it was, I'm almost thinking like something like this. So maybe, you know what, maybe something like, no, that wasn't quite as cute as I had hoped it would be. So let's just, again, let's just center this on my artboard. Get the color right. Just make this a hair bigger. Actually, no, I'm fine with this. I actually want, this can go this color. And we're just gonna center that there. Okay, that's actually not bad. I don't mind that. Okay, so let's just copy, paste. And that's fine. Middle, back down a little bit. You know what, we're just gonna be really cute and just nudge that off a little bit more. And then again, this, and we're just gonna go a little darker. So if I copy you over, see how you're going to fit on my artboard. Okay, so you need to be like 50% bigger. Okay. And one more time, back to Illustrator. Let's go. .5, no. By 1.5, perfect. And by 1.5, perfect. Okay, now let's copy this. Or just graphic. And graphic, okay. And if I go over to now, can pull up my Creative Cloud libraries one more time. This should be here. It's not right. Okay, let's. Now we should be here. Okay. Perfect. Actually kind of cute. No, now I can actually not quite scale you down properly. You're doing a weird thing. You don't look perfect. You do not look center at all. So I'm just gonna delete you and delete you. Okay, let's actually change the way these fonts are. So we're gonna bold And this is going to be Noble book. And this is going to be okay, this is getting really frustrating selecting the wrong layer just because one layer is bigger. Okay, so that should be fine. We're going to add you, graphic, and I should hop over to that isn't okay, so that's a little screwed up. I have no idea why that's doing that. What happens if I type create outlines? Okay. So yeah, that's annoying. I have okay, that's better. Okay, that is not the prettiest button, but okay. If I make you into a component, if I add a hover, and I went back to Illustrator and I copied this, chose this color, one more time. Let's go, yeah, you are. Okay, so let's add user graphic, okay. And I'm gonna add you as a graphic. And now I'm gonna go back over here, you, and I'm gonna end up creating a component with two objects. And just like that, center, perfect. And we're gonna make that into a component. And okay, not the prettiest button, doesn't work perfectly, but you get the idea. Yeah, more time I would have a better idea of what style, what I'm gonna do for buttons. For right now, hover, perfect. And I'm gonna actually and just center that on top of you, and I will hide you. And now, okay, so if I go back to prototype, move this over, again, time transition, 0.2 seconds. This one's gonna be a little quicker, 0.2 seconds. And we'll go play. Oh, yeah, let's just go back to, there we go. And now we're gonna go play. And I can hover. There we go. All right. And now I can duplicate this board one more time. This is gonna go back to design. This is gonna disappear. This is going to disappear as well. And I'm gonna auto animate up to here. I'm gonna pull this brown behind. It's gonna be there. And then I'm gonna auto animate. I'm gonna tap to here. Auto animate. Let's go 0.6 seconds. And then immediately go to here. As a time, transition, none. It's, yeah, okay. And the reason why is I'm actually going to get rid of the stuff that I don't need off of this board. Okay. Okay, so now that this is done, we're gonna move over to prototype one more time. Let's go here and play. Does a thing, great. Button is terrible, it looks horrible, and I hate it immensely. Yeah, I hate it so much right now. It's, yeah, I'm gonna go back here. I really don't like it. It's just horrendous. So I'm actually getting rid of that. I like the shape. I like the shape. I don't like the squiggly bits. I don't like the text. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to get rid of everything but this button, and I need my artboard a little bigger here. Perfect. And I'm going to go color, and I go back to this bluish brown, and we're going to go view inspirations. And it is going to be in this book, and the font is going to be much bigger, and it's going to be that color. And book is fine. Let's just increase the there we go. Now I can change this a bit. Get a little more interesting of a shape here. Now that that's done, I'm going to center you. I'm going to get rid of this artboard altogether. And now I should be able to just, because it's much simpler now, I kind of like it a lot more. Actually, what happens if I'm, you know what, it's fine. Let's just copy that. We're going to move it over to, and I'm actually going to go straight into the component that I have here. I'm just going to paste. And then I'm going to get rid of the artwork. Design, let's go center. All right. Copy that. And I go into my hover. Again, get rid of this. Darken this color up a bit. And make this regular. Okay. All right. And now that it's just a shape and not, I can actually, no. Any of these colors working the way I want them to. It's not terrible. All right. Now we do. Okay. And now what I would like is to design my boxes. You know what? This is a great time to use a layout grid. So if I have 24 and 2 columns, and let's go, no, 2 columns, and we're just gonna add a little more space. Perfect. And now, okay, and now I get rid of the layout grid. Go 20 pixels difference. I'm not gonna do too many of them, but from this sign this morning, and this will be prototype, fixed position, and I'm just gonna quickly jump back into libraries. Paste a few of these amazing images. Great. Okay, let's go into design really quickly. And this is actually going to go auto animate. It's going to be time, and that's 0.2 again. And all right, now we should go play. And with this, I can probably just click on here really quickly. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I hit my hour time, and that's been my design stream for today. As always, it was a mess, but I thank you for watching and tuning in, and if you subscribe, thank you for subscribing. So I'm gonna continue this week, do the challenges, just kind of add my little design information to it. As you can see, I'm more technical than pretty. I kind of like focus on what my how to better my workflow. And these are just kind of just ways for me to do some of those things. Again, I will try to pretty this up a little bit. I'm just running out of time today. So the plan is for me to hop back on tomorrow and for every afternoon and every afternoon this week for an hour. And then I think in the new year, I'm going to switch around to doing one weekly design stream. I'm not really sure if it's going to be during the week or if it's going to be on the weekend, but that's kind of where I decided I'm going to go with this. And again, they won't be these design challenges. I'll have set topics for each episode. I'm just doing these challenges because it was there and I needed something to fill up my time. All right. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. And thanks to Rebecca, because she actually commented. She was the first person to comment. So, yay, Rebecca. All right, thanks. I'm taking off.